Hello, Tiffany Arielle here. So today is another moving related video. Today what we're going to be doing is organizing the kitchen, aka getting a pantry set up. So right now you can see there's a bunch of stuff over here on the counter. That's pretty much some of it. I mean, obviously the Instant Pot and stuff like that is going to stay there, but the cereal, the chips, all those jars back in the corner, this box full of stuff, and I have another box full of stuff down here, and all of that is basically pantry items that need to be relocated. So I've bought an IKEA shelf. It's actually a cube organizer, and I'm going to put it over here in the corner right there. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and get the shelf put together, and then I'll come back and show you how I organize everything on the shelf. Alrighty, we got the shelf put together. I put these 2 fabric cubes in the bottom. I got those from Target. Of course, everything will be linked down below. Right now on the top, you can see these 2 like Lazy Susans. I had those before. They don't fit in the cubes, nor do they fit in my closet, so I'm probably going to get rid of them. But right now they're just sitting up there so that they're out of the way. So yeah, I'm about to go ahead and get everything put in. for now. So you probably saw me transferring the flour and everything into containers. You might be wondering why I didn't just keep things in the containers they were already in. The reason why I wanted to get new containers was for two reasons. Number one, my existing flour containers do not fit a full bag of flour. So anytime I would buy new flour, I would have to fill it all the way up, and then I would end up with a secondary container for whatever didn't fit, and it was just really annoying. So I wanted something that would actually fit a full bag of flour, and these are supposed to. Same for rice. I couldn't fit a full bag of rice in those mason jars that I had, so I wanted something bigger. The second reason why I wanted new containers was because since it is open and exposed, I kind of just wanted everything to look more aesthetically pleasing and more uniform. So that's why I wanted nice containers that like everything would look the same, instead of having like this for rice, this for flour, and then mason jars. Like I just didn't want to do that. So that is going to be it for now. I will check back in once I get the rest of my containers. And I think I'm going to get some Lazy Susans, maybe. I don't know if I want any for that shelf, but I definitely want one in this cabinet for my oils and stuff like that. And like I said, some labels for the spice jars. So I'll check back in once everything is like really done, and I'll show you the final result. All right, the pantry is done. Don't mind all that trash over there. It's getting picked up like tomorrow. But yeah, so finally my pantry is done. Last time I showed you there were a bunch of mason jars still here. There's one that I have my chia seeds in, but it didn't fit in those small mini containers. So I'm just gonna leave it in that jar for now. So I used the Progressive Pro Keeper Plus, I think they're called. They will be linked down below. So I bought a baker's set, which came with, let me bend down, the 2 flour containers, which are in the back on the right. Came with a sugar container, a powdered sugar container, a brown sugar container. So all of those are in the back on the left. And then it also came with the 3 mini containers that you see, where I have my baking soda, my baking powder, and my cocoa powder. In front of the flour on the right side is just the bread flour and the cornmeal. So on the second, I guess the middle, I have, you know, kind of lentils, grits, breadcrumbs, stuff like that. On the left, I have tea and snacks. And then on the top, on the left, is basically nuts and seeds, a bunch of mini containers. Then I have cornstarch in the back in a grain container. And then over here, I have more grains. Oatmeal, rice, quinoa, stuff like that. And on the top, of course, I have my cereal. In the bottom, I bought these fabric cubes from Target. So over here is basically snacks like chips, crackers, Pop-Tarts, peanut butter, syrup. And over here is basically canned goods like canned soup, canned tuna, and then just miscellaneous baking things that don't make sense to go in a container, like the vanilla extract, the shortening, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the shelf is from IKEA. So I do have a few other things in my cabinet. I think I showed you the spice rack I had before. I actually got a new spice rack. This one is from Amazon. Actually, it's a set of 2, so let me show you. So there's another one back there. I'm not gonna take this all the way out because I can't really do that with one hand. But basically, in the front is most of the spices that I use regularly. The stuff in the back is stuff that I might need every now and then, but not super regularly. So I felt like this worked pretty well because all the things that I typically need to access, I can just grab and use and put back without too much difficulty. To the right side is basically some dietary supplements and stuff like that. That shelf is empty because I wanted to have space to keep things that I buy, like to use like the next day. So for example, I'm about to make pasta tomorrow. So I bought some pasta, some chicken broth, things of that nature. So once those groceries get delivered, I'm just going to put all of that on that shelf until I use it tomorrow. That way I don't have to worry about finding a place on the actual shelf for temporary stuff. And on the top is basically just extra stuff to refill the container. So extra seasoning, extra cocoa powder, extra vitamins, etc. And on the other side, I basically have oils, vinegars here. I don't have too many vinegars yet, but at some point I'm probably gonna end up with some red wine vinegar, some balsamic vinegar. And then on the right side of the shelf, I have basically sweeteners, and also my white vinegar is back there because I don't use that for cooking. So I didn't feel like I needed easy access to it. then just, mixing bowls and stuff. And on the very top is my Ziploc bags and aluminum foil and things of that nature. So that pretty much covers my pantry. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to check out my other moving related videos, including the vlog of actually moving in, as well as my bathroom organization video. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your friends. And I'll see you next time. Bye.